Anyway, let's cover the most Irish story ever. Survivor of Dublin knife attack that wounded three posts pictures of a gaping neck wound, then hours later shows off his stitches in the pub. That's phenomenal. That's just, I can't help but respect it. I can't help but respect it. Yeah. Do you want any cocodamol? No, thanks, love. I've got that sorted. It's a pint. Man, great painkiller. As a victim of a stabbing in Dublin has posted horrifying images of a slice to his neck, so close to the jugular. By the way, he is the luckiest guy alive. Seriously, he is so lucky to be alive. Before sharing a defiant snap with a beer in his hand. The victim, named Cormac, posted a picture on his Instagram story which showed his injury from the attack on Sunday. He was one of three men injured after a knifeman allegedly stabbed them on a Dublin street. As I walk down a Dublin street. Anyway, it is believed a series of attacks took place in the Stoneybatter area of the city as a man has been arrested. A man. According to the Irish Times, at least one of the victims was attacked while in the doorway of their own home. Police say the three people were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Cormac posted three images, one with a quote which suggested he was the victim attacked in his own doorway. He then showed the stitches on his neck after being treated at hospital as he was posted drinking a beer in a show of defiance. Uh-oh. Damn. I'm going to just scroll past this so I don't get demonetized. Just give me a second. Oh no, they've blurred it. They've blurred it. It's fine. I was a little bit concerned there. I was like, oh no, but they've blurred it, so it's fine. And there he is. Later, with his throat stitched up. They've actually done a pretty good job there. But you look at that. That's right across his jugular. He is so lucky. He's no idea. That's definitely attempted murder. That's definitely attempted murder. That went right across his jugular. He wrote, throat stitched up, attackers in custody, beers on tap, we live to see another day. I'm sorry, this is the chaddest shit that I've ever fucking seen. A man was arrested near the scene a short time after the incident, and Gardaí have stressed there is no risk to the wider public at this time. He was detained at a Garda station in the north side of Dublin City. The Gardaí are appealing for any witnesses to come forward. A Garda spokesperson said, Gardaí continue to investigate all the circumstances of a serious incident which occurred in the Stoneybatter area, Dublin 7 this afternoon, Sunday 9th February 2025. A man has been arrested and is currently detained at a Garda station in the North City under Section 4 of the Criminal Justice Act 1984. Three males assaulted in the course of the incident have been taken to hospital for treatment, two males for serious but not life-threatening injuries, one male with less serious injuries. A number of scenes are currently being preserved for technical examination in the Stoneybatter area, and there's photos of all the aftermath. Yeah, the whole thing shut down. All traffic restrictions have been lifted. Anyone who was in the Stoneybatter area between 2:30 and 3:30 p.m. who may have any video footage linked to this incident is asked to make this footage available to the Gardaí. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Bridewell Garda station or any Garda station. Local Fingal councillor Ray McAdams said residents were told to lock their doors and stay inside. Mr McAdams said Gardaí reacted very quickly and swarmed the place. He said community Gardaí were contacting local residents to assure them that they would maintain a presence in the area. He described the neighbourhood as active and closely knit. There's a level of shock, a level of concern, but the overriding sense here in Stoneybatter is one of hope that those who have been impacted and injured will make a swift recovery, he said. He added, there's a sense of how something like this happened in our neighbourhood. That's been spelled wrong. But Mr McAdams said locals had been reassured by the quick Garda response. The incident has rocked the local community, with councillor Janice Boylan telling Dublin Live, it's terrifying to say the least that on a Sunday peaceful afternoon that people would be out going about their business and to be attacked in such a vicious way. Emergency services were called to Oxman Town Road and Niall Street in Dublin 7 following a reported stabbing in the area and told residents to go indoors shortly before 3 p.m. A suspect who was understood to have his face covered was apprehended nearby on Manor Place after a Garda search. Describing the arrest, a local woman told the Irish Times, "I saw a lot of Garda cars arrive really fast. They all jumped out at exactly the same time. I saw a guy running and they dived on him outside a house. He just screamed and screamed and screamed, 'Leave me alone.' He was terrified, like someone who wasn't expecting that to happen, and then it all stopped." The incidents are believed to have happened across 3 locations on the North Circular Road, Oxman Town Road, and Benadare Road. The incident is not believed to be terror-related, according to sources, which, I mean, it is Ireland. So, take your pick. Irish Premier Michael Martin wished those injured in the shocking attacks in Dublin a full recovery. In a statement on X, he said, "Our thoughts are with the victims of the shocking attacks in Stoneybatter earlier today. I want to pay tribute to the Gardaí and emergency services for their prompt response. I wish all those injured a full recovery and urge anyone with any information to contact Gardaí." Deputy Premier Simon Harris said the Stoneybatter community was in his thoughts, particularly those who were violently attacked and their families. He added, "The full rigors of the law must and will apply." Minister for Justice Jim O'Callaghan said, I am receiving updates from An Garda Síochána, I don't know, about the situation. Irish Gaelic's very different to Scots Gaelic. The suspect is now in custody and the victims of this awful random attack are receiving medical attention. Local I don't know. Mary Loud MacDonald said, "Terrible news from Stoneybatter this afternoon. My thoughts are with those injured and their families. The community is in a state of shock. The Gardaí and emergency services are to be commended for their response." Now, it's an absolutely shocking thing, and we don't have any description of the attacker at all. Maybe it was a white guy, just having a bad one. Maybe it was, but usually when the guy's white, the papers instantly tell you. Instantly. He was white, he was white, he was white, he was white. Please don't riot again. Please don't riot again. He was white. Calm down. Calm down. But the fact that we don't have a description, these days, not having a description is a description. Maybe I'm wrong, though. We don't know. We'll just have to wait until an actual description comes out. But the fact that they were trying to avoid specifically talking about the attacker, and they were going, "Hey, don't look at the attacker. Look at the fast police response. Look how fast the Gardaí were on the scene," and everything like that. Yeah. That's what's making me a little bit suspicious. But that stuff, that is, I mean, it's even his face is like posing it. By the way, it's a hole. It's a hole. He is so lucky. He's so lucky. Right across the jugular as well. Right across the bloody jugular. Like, he is the luckiest man on earth. And then later on, there he is in the pub, tanning a pint. That's going to hurt when it heals, though. Because, moving your head and everything, he obviously can't move his... I mean, even just thinking about that sore. That is going to be an absolute nightmare to heal. But still, that's probably the most Irish thing that I've ever seen.